All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go now. All right. Hopefully that's a little better. Yo, so all right, how's the mic sound? I need one more thumbs up. I see JS, I got the little delay, so I see my boy JS gave me a thumbs up. Let me get a few more thumbs up on the audio. Make sure you guys are good on the quality here. Loud and clear. That's what I like to hear, man. Finally, oh my God. You know how hard it is to stream on YouTube and get a nice audio and a nice video quality? I worked really hard in this whole setup. As you guys can see, I have a new YouTube setup. I didn't want to go live again until I had a new YouTube setup. I've moved some stuff around. I got my lighting and stuff down. Like I've spent weeks I built shelves in my house. I've been working trying to get my little studio set up exactly the way I want it so I can start doing more YouTube lives, and I'm about to start a new podcast. It's gonna be super dope. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully you guys can see me because we are about to do some crazy stuff. So I was like, you know what? This is gonna be my first live since I got the new pod mic set up and everything. I also got an overhead mic, which is the MK. What is that? The Sennheiser MKH 416, which is like $1,000 microphone. So like over this past week or so, with everything with like Black Friday and Cyber Monday, man, I've God, dude, it's crazy because I really spent money. I really tried not to spend money, but I really spend money in like my video, like my audio and video quality. So it's some more improvements that I gotta make, some soundproofing, some things like that. The room that I'm in still has like a little bit of an echo, but that's a good thing about using a pod mic, and it, picking up the sound and stuff right in front of you and getting the sound and stuff in the back of you. So hopefully it sounds a whole lot better. So yeah. So what's going on, man? I just want to come on and talk to everybody for a little bit. Yo, what's going on? You guys got me for a little bit, so answer any questions that you guys have. I really don't have a purpose for being on here, just to kind of see what the setup looks like and kind of see what the sound quality looks like in here. So I don't have an agenda, but I definitely want to come on. I wanted to answer any questions that you guys have because I know we just don't show our faces enough. And also, I wanted to ask you guys about Imaging USA. Has anybody in here been to Imaging USA? Like, the big conference that we're about to have, in January. Is anybody going to Imaging USA out there? Let me know what's going on. Has anybody been to Imaging USA, anything like that? So let me know if you guys have been. Let me know if you guys are going. I am going for the first time. The military finally said I could go, so I will be in the building for Imaging USA. I'm super excited about going. So a lot of you guys that I have not met, a lot of you guys that have been following me for a very long time, you guys get to see me in the flesh. I will be in the building. No, I will not be doing any photo walks because this is gonna be my first time going. So I'm just kind of trying to lay low, kind of trying to enjoy it and check out everybody and everybody who hasn't met me and stuff like that. Probably check out some of my other creators and stuff. We will all be in the building at the same time this time. So it's gonna be pretty wild because I'm probably the only YouTube, like, the content creator, the only one who probably hasn't been. So we've never all been in the building at once, but this time we will all be there. So hopefully you guys got your tickets, and hopefully you guys are going to be in Imaging USA, and hopefully I can see all of you guys out there because I'm really excited about going. So who else got? So Mr. McDaniel Photography. Yo, my boy got his ticket. Yo, my boy got his ticket. Yo, who else got it out there? Hi, Brandon, planning to go also. You planning to go, but you ain't got your ticket yet. What up with that, son? Come on now. Get your ticket. Notification gang all day, What's going on? Gang. Wait, I missed what you said. Where you go? We're talking about Imaging USA right now. Talking about Imaging USA in January. I think it's from like the 16th through like the 18th or 19th, something like that. But yeah, I will be going, man. I can't wait. Got me a little Airbnb already. You know, I ain't staying in no hotel with y'all. You know, all that crap. You know, nope. I'm driving up there. I'm gonna get me a little Airbnb. You know, so I won't be around everybody. You know, but I'm kind of like a loner, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but I really definitely, I'm really definitely looking forward to seeing you guys in the building, seeing you got a lot of you guys' faces. So it's gonna be pretty wild, man. So definitely. Who else is going out there? You'll be there. They see me trolling. Yo, trolling is gonna be there. All right. Who else? I want to learn photography. Would you suggest a novice attend? Oh, absolutely. Yo, that's a good question. If you are a novice, you know, if this is your if you're just up and coming in photography, you know, you are going to be around some of the biggest people in the game, including myself. But you are going to be around a lot of people, a lot of content creators, man. A lot of people under one roof. You know, that's like having the White House and that's like having the Capitol, everybody in the presidential, you know, party or something. That's like having all of us under one roof, and we are all spread over the whole United States and countries. So to have us all under one roof, I mean, that's gonna be pretty huge, man. So if you're a novice, somebody up and coming, you know, it'll be your time to sit there and, you know, talk to us one on one, face to face, pick our brain and stuff like that instead of just seeing us on YouTube all the time. So I will highly recommend you go. There's gonna be a lot of vendors. There will be people doing, you know, photo walks and things like that. So I mean, like I said, I won't be doing one. I might take one of my models with me. Just I have a model that is really interested in going also just to experience, you know, the thing, because she's getting into photography and stuff like that. It's something that I teach her about, learning both sides of the business. If you're going to be a model, you should definitely look into photography also. So might do that. I don't know. But it's definitely going to be an experience. So absolutely, if you're new and up and coming, I highly recommend you go for a few days, check it out, see all the vendors, see all the content creators, see all the people on YouTube that talk crap all the times about each other, you know, and yo, come out, man. It's gonna be fun. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a really good time. So definitely come on out there. But yeah. Yeah, what else you guys got for me? So I had a question for you guys. You know, we are almost done with 2021, man. 2021 has been a crazy, crazy year. You know, I missed half of the year because I was on deployment. But I'm back and I don't have to worry about going on deployment again. But I don't know really what you guys got accomplished in 2021. I mean, I know we never set forth or set out to always get accomplished what we want to get accomplished, you know, and you know, there's always some hiccups. You know, we were still dealing with COVID. You know, we just started getting back outside, getting back shooting, you know, trying to get another, you know, some sense of normalcy of how things was with photography before we had COVID. So hopefully you guys got to get out there a little bit more and, you know, accomplish what you wanted. You know, I know everybody didn't accomplish everything, but with that being said, my people, so going into 2022, you know, we are about, what's today, the 7th? We're about 20, God, man, we're about 24 days away from a new year. Can you believe it? We are about to go into 2022. So, yo, this is going to make for a good conversation. I want everybody to weigh in because this is what we do. So, going into 2022, guys, we got to set some goals as photographers. You know, it got to be something in photography that you want to see yourself get better. You know, you want to, you know, whether it be some new gear you're trying to get, it's something in photography that you gotta set some goals. You know, this is all about setting goals. And maybe I'm going to come on and do another live, you know, here in the future. Now that I know I got my setup, now I know my microphone works and everything, I'm definitely about to do so many more lives, man. I'm about to really come on and enjoy it with you guys. But 2022, man, we got to set some goals. We got to set some ambitions. We got to set some short-term goals, some long-term goals. But it got to be something that we want to take care of, and it got to be something that we want to accomplish in 2022. We got to set those goals, man. And it just can't be one goal. You know, you got the whole year, 364 days. So you gotta set some different things. So I want you guys to let me know in the comments, man. What are some of the things that you guys want to see in 2022? What are some equipment? What kind of gear do you want to see dropped in 2022? As far as content creators, as far as us being educators, what do you want to see, like me? What do you want to see me do more of in 2022? Things like that. That's what we're here for. We're here to, come on, talk to you guys, educate, and do what we do best, and it's all about education with me. So, definitely, man, I definitely want to know, what's going on with you guys. What's some of your goals that you're setting out for next year? So yeah, let me know, man. I'm gonna read them off here in a second. Somebody said, "Can you give me a brief description of the event and where it is held?" We'll Google it after the stream. Yeah, well, so it's up in Maryland. I think Harbor, Harbor, Maryland. It's basically a huge event. I mean, think of like a convention center, and think of anybody is in the building, like a lot of photographers. And then you got all these vendors set up around. You got people who are teaching classes. You got a lot of people who are speakers, who are going to be speaking. They're going to be teaching. You got a lot of, like I said, you got a lot of vendors out there, whether it be camera vendors, Sony, Canon, Nikon, Fuji, Panasonic. Everybody's gonna be in the building. A lot of times, this is also a really good opportunity for a lot of companies to show off new gear. Possibly some things that's coming up. And you got a lot of things that are coming out, like the R1, R3. You got Nikon, who got the Z9 coming out. This is a lot of times where they bring this gear to these big events with all like thousands of people, and people rent it, show it off. This is their opportunity to pitch to people out there about their gear and make that push and make those sales and everything. So and like I said, there's gonna be a lot of people with lighting, drones. I mean, you name it, anything that can help you on your path in photography. They're going to be there. Flapjack, LED lights. I mean, flash, strobes, RGB. I mean, you name it, they're in the building. So they know this is one of the biggest events where you're going to make a lot of your money at. So that's pretty much what it's about. So like I said, it's a good opportunity to come out and check it out. So let me see. I want to learn to take my own pictures, not other people's. 2 photographers played me and never sent me my picture after I took them and paid. So sad, shaking my head. So I figured I should learn myself. Well, yes. You definitely want to learn photography yourself. If you're a model, like my models know, if you're a model, if you're actually serious about modeling and you're in this industry, you definitely should learn also photography also, because it'll help you get into the mind of a photographer, and it'll help you to understand some of the things that we tell you to do during a photo shoot. One of the most influential people that I give an example about that is Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks is one of the biggest supermodels in the world. However, she also learned photography because she also wanted to know that side of the business. So she became a photographer, and that helped her even more in her modeling career because she knows both sides of the coin. And is highly important. So definitely get into the world of photography, man. It's awesome. Thanks for the info. I want to get the Sigma 60 to 600 if they bring it back. That is, woo. What are you going to do with a 60 to 600? I definitely don't need that. Thank you for the videos. It helped me more. Off-camera flash, South Africa. Absolutely. I appreciate that, man. I'm all about off-camera flash. I'm not going to turn into something that I'm not. Like I said, I love natural light. One of the recent videos that I did is on natural light. But when it comes to being out my sanctuary where I am unstoppable, when I go outside and I take flash outside, I'm unstoppable. That's my sanctuary out there. I am a student in that game. Now, yes, I am really good in my studio. Also, I have my own studio, so I can do studio work easy. But studio work is okay, but it doesn't really challenge you as a photographer. It challenges your creativity more in the studio than it does outside. But outside is just is being an on location photographer is there's nothing like it. So, that's my sanctuary outside, man. Let me see, Google Imaging USA. Do you cover editing? I do not. A lot of people always ask me about editing. Yo, can you do a class on editing? Can you help me with editing? Look, there are way bigger people. This is the way I look at it. Unfortunately, there are way bigger people in the industry. There are way bigger people on YouTube that can that can show you all kind of things when it comes to editing. I know how to edit, but I know how to edit for me. For the work that I do. I can't sit up here and explain to you a lot of different things and shortcuts and stuff that a lot of people who actually do that for a living can do. Now, when it comes to flash photography, when it comes to shooting and cameras and on location photography, there's not too many people that's bigger than me in that field, especially if it's outside. So that's my sanctuary. That's my niche. That's what I do. Getting those shots and being outside, whether it be daytime, nighttime, cloudy, sunny, it don't matter. That's my sanctuary. That's my realm right there. That's kind of where I keep it at. But when it comes to editing, look, that's just not what it's just not what I do. I don't teach it. So I'm not saying that I can't, but I'm not going to try to be something that I'm not, I'm not going to try to do that. But yeah, I can teach you about on location. I can teach you about flash photography and flash and gear and stuff all day. That's me right there, baby. So let's see here. What else you got? You used the Sony 600 f4 for portrait, bro, since you had 400. I did not use the 600. I've never used it. No, I have not. I just really want to understand lighting and angles. I think it would be cool if you did take a model and show some personal techniques. That might make for a good next YouTube video. If we get some good weather out here, I will do a video on just angles and why I chose those angles. I think that'd be a really good video. So, you know what? I'm going to put that in here right now. And, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll do a video on angles. I don't think there is not a lot of videos out there about just angles, why we choose these angles, why you should shoot from these angles. Again, a lot of times it's going to be personal preference, but at least I can teach you and tell you what to look for when you actually do angles. So definitely thank you for that. We're going to do a video on angles, and I'm going to do it just for you. Who was that? JS. I'm gonna knock that out for you. What up, Timid? So smart. Oh, I noticed that you use a lot of Sigma art lenses. You damn right I do. Do you have an opinion on the art over Tamron second generation lenses? I like the Tamron second generation lenses, like the 28 to 75. I like the 17 to 28. I like they came out with some more. I like them because they are really, really lightweight. They are really compact. I mean, they almost feel really plasticky, but it's amazing how light they are and how sharp they are at the same time. The Tamron 17 to 28 2.8 was one of my favorite lenses. I absolutely loved that lens until until I got the Sony 12 to 24 G Master 2.8, which is like a $3,000 lens. But I do like the Sonys. However, I'm sorry, I do like the Tamrons. However, when it comes to just like blunt sharpness, I still choose Sigma for the price and for the quality and for the weight. I like the weight, I love the weight of Sigma lenses, man. It just really, it really kind of helps with the camera shake. It helps with a lot of things, but at the same time, they're amazing. But it really just depends on the gear. Now, I don't favor one or another. I like Sigma lenses, but I also have Tamron lenses. I also have Sony lenses, Sony G lenses, and Sony G Master lenses. It just depends on what lens we're talking about in that focal length and which one is better. So it really just depends. Yeah. So, bro, your Sigma Sony lens comparison video looked like you started to really enjoy those shots after the environment. Yo, I really did. Like when I was actually taking those shots and going around to like the different like things, I started being like, ooh, that'll make for a good shot. Ooh, that'll make for a good shot. Look at the bokeh. Look at the sharpness. I was getting into it, and I didn't even have a model. So I hope y'all could understand why I didn't use a model in that last video that I just posted for that comparison, because that means I would have had to have a model, take a picture, unscrew it, screw another one back on, try to get the same composition, and that's just the reason why I did not use a model for that last comparison. I just wanted to get a lot of stationary things so I could actually show you, I can recompose, I can try to get the same compression that I did with each shot so you guys can actually see the difference in the Sony 50mm 1.2 and the Sigma 50mm 1.4. And I'm telling you, that Sigma is a beast. I like the Sony, trust me. I had it twice. I've used it 3 times now in 2 photo shoots that I just posted. And I got to take it to NASCAR when they sent it to me for NASCAR. I love the 50mm 1.2 G Master. It's $2,000. And everybody was like, oh, you're just saying that because you like Sigma. No, everybody knows me. I'm a very opinionated person, and I don't follow the crowd. I'm not going to get it just because somebody else got it. But I'm not a reviewer, all right? Let's just get this straight. I'm not a reviewer, all right? I'm not somebody who just sits up here, takes a piece of glass, hey, this is the weight on it, you know, let's look at the corner-to-corner sharpness, let's look at the weight, let's look at the build, construction, and all that shit. Listen, I don't care about that. I really don't. I don't care how much it weighs. I don't want to look at the construction. I don't care. I care about how it performs. And I'm not a reviewer. I'm an actual photographer. So I go out. I use it in real world photo shoots so you can see exactly how it performs and what it's going to do. Is it going to focus breathe? Is it going to hunt? Is it going to do a lot of things? I'm not a reviewer. I really don't even like reviewers because they're not actually out in the world doing real live photo shoots with models with this gear every day for something like that. And I don't think you guys get that. Anybody can sit down and read a brochure in a portfolio and the instructions on the back of a book. I want to see you go out when it's really sunny or really dark, and I want to see you actually put it on there, use it with flash, and see what kind of shots you get. That's what I pay attention to. That's how you connect with me. But I'm not a reviewer. So when I use the 50mm 1.2 in the G Master and the Sigma, I use these lenses for a long time in real world photo shoots to see how they perform. And I will tell you, even shooting them side by side, the G Master is an amazing lens. It's $2,000. I cannot take that away from Sony. They did an amazing job with the 50mm 1.2. However, the 50mm 1.4 Sigma art lens is a beast. I'm sorry. The results were like this. That lens only costs $849. You can save yourself $1,200 and invest that money into something else and still get the same quality and or better that you can get with the G Master. So don't get caught up just because they say 1.2. Oh, yes, Grace, it's 1.2. So what? You get a third of a stop light more with the G Master than you do with the Sigma. But when it comes to blunt focus on focus, when it comes to head sharpness and sharpness, when it comes to, you know, focus and breathing and eye focus and everything, they are literally almost just the same. The G Master edged the Sigma in a few areas, and the Sigma edged the G Master in a few areas. And they, as you can see in the video, they were both stopped down to 1.4, both shot with the A7R4, both 61 megapixels. I mean, I did everything possible. I did not touch them. I took them straight out of the camera and put them straight into the computer. No post-production, no nothing on either one. What you see is exactly how it was shot in the photos. And that's why I did the Lightroom at the end to show you that they were at the same settings for each shot, to show you side by side. $1,200, you can get the G Master all day, but is it worth $1,200 more than a Sigma? Absolutely not. And that's, I'm being real. I'm not favoring Sigma. I'm being real. You know what I'm saying? If the G Master was that much better than the Sigma, I would tell you, yo, you need to get the G Master because it's killing the Sigma. However, it's not at all. Not even close. They were like this. Go look it for yourself. So whatever. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Tell us about your streaming setup. Yo, I love it. I love it. So, I can't really turn the camera around and everything and do all that stuff, but maybe I'll do a little thing in here. But over here I got I'm using the Stella Pro. I'm using the Stella Pro lights. A lot of times when you see a lot of reviewers and a lot of YouTubers and stuff, they're using like the Aperture 120D and a lot of these things. I'm using something new. I'm using the Stella Pro LED lights. They're really small, really compact, but they're powerful as heck. And you can use soft boxes on them. Absolutely incredible. Maybe when I do my next setup, I will go live again or do something where I review what I got. I'm using a new arm. I just got this arm from Best Buy. This pod mic arm is pretty cool. It's made by Samson. I was going to get either the blue, the blue something. I also looked into the Rode PSA. I did all my reviews and everything. Listen, I don't care about all that. Listen, it does everything. It stays where it's supposed to do. I got the pod mic. I love it. Why didn't I get the Shure SM7B? Just because this costs $99. The Shure SM7B costs $400. And this mic right here sounds absolutely amazing. There are already other reviews on the pod mic, the Rode pod mic, versus the SM7B, and I'm gonna tell you like this: this mic right here, absolutely incredible. For $99, I got two of them. I use one for my voiceovers, and I use one for here. But then again, I'm also going to be getting into podcasting. So this mic, $99. Sorry, it works. Hey, anyway, what else you got? All right, I gotta scroll back up. Let's see here. All right, I'm sorry, I gotta come back over to the mic. Let me see. I know this. I'm gonna get all. Yeah, let me see here. Speaking of flash, when you use flash outside, how much does natural light dictate your positioning of the strobe? If so, well, as you know, that's not really a. Who asked me that? Let me see here. I know. Let me see. Speaking of flash, always smelling good. That's your name. Always smelling good. All right. Anyway, so he said, speaking of flash, when you use flash outside, how much does the natural light dictate the positioning of your strobe? If so, never. That's the beauty of using off-camera flash. Nothing dictates the position of my flash. I will tell you this. I feel like my mouth is dry. I got some coffee cups coming too. There's one thing that will dictate the position of my flash. When I'm shooting in really, really harsh sunlight and I'm not using a 2-light setup, I'm using one light. When it's really bright outside, I'll only use one light. And that's because the sun is so bright. I want to use the sun as my rim light, because a rim light with harsh sunlight gives the model a really good fall off, a really good hair light. Even sometimes I might even use the sun as a fill light to fill in one side of her, and I can use the flash on the other side. Or I can use the sun as a really nice hair light or a rim light and use my flash to hit the shadow area or the other side. That's the only time where something outside would really determine the position of my flash. Or something like my composition, depending on what I'm shooting her around, what I'm shooting her up against, the position of where I want her at. That's something that determines where I put my flash at. Or the sun determines where I put my flash at. Other than that, nothing else determines where I put my flash at. That's the beauty of doing off-camera flash. I control everything. The only people that has to reposition and do all that are natural light photographers. When you're using artificial light or you're a flash photographer, trust me, sorry for your luck, I can do what I want. So, there you go. Let me see here. What else you got? Come on, y'all. I'm killing it. Y'all got to give me something hard. Let's see here. Hey. Say hi. I'm Jacob from JD Visual Okay, I'm sorry. I just jacked that up, so don't hold that against me. Huge fan of your work and your YouTube videos. Any advice on how to become a better natural light using the Sony a6000? So, Mr. Jacob? Yeah, Jacob. Maverick 13. I just did a whole video on how to become a better natural light photographer. So that's just funny that you mentioned that. And I was just thinking about that. I'm like, yo, do you really follow me? I just did a whole video on how to become a better natural light photographer. And then on top of that, I just did a video with a model on natural light versus flash. So I just gave you like two things because everybody kept on asking me about natural light. I love the Sony a6000. I mean, it's back here somewhere. Oh, it's right here. It's Sony a6000 right here. So I love it. It's one of the ones that I use a lot. So I like the Sony a6000. It really don't depend on the body. It all depends on the the lens that you're using, in your composition and how you take the shot. So it's not too really much of the body. The a6000 is still an amazing mirrorless camera. Honestly, I could use that a6000 with like some of my lenses, and people who using the a7R whatever and what I could give them a run for their money. It's an amazing camera. When lighting and stuff like that, you can create anything with almost anything, man. So it's really not about that, man. It just really depends on your composition, and it really depends on how you take the shot. So I really wouldn't rely too much heavy on that. I would just really get better with, trying to learn composition and trying to learn how to actually shoot. Because when it comes to something like that, you can't really blame it on the camera itself. That falls heavy with the person who's actually using the camera. So yeah, yep. Let's see what else you got. Got my alerts. Yeah, so I struggle with. Thank you, brother. It was cool seeing you and Photo Mike. Yeah, Photo Mike. That was fun, man. I went up to Seattle. Oh, this is my Seattle jersey. I got this from Seattle too when I was up in Washington with Photo Mike. But my brother lives in Seattle, so yeah, I went up there to see my brother in Seattle, and Photo Mike is there, so we talked about a collab, and it was fun. Hopefully I can get him those pictures. Hopefully that video will be out soon. I don't know what he's doing with that. I know he has a lot of stuff going on, so we gonna work that video for y'all. But that was fun, man. It was cool, seeing him and him being able to see how I work, and vice versa. So it's pretty cool. And shout out to my boy, that came out to record. All of them took the time out. Shout out to the model that came out. So yeah, we had a good time. It's always good to collab. And see everybody else's workflow and see how people work and everything, and just actually just sit down and shoot the crap. So that was pretty cool. So yeah. Let's see here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, bro, to have you help me become a better photographer. I find myself posing my models how you do. Yes, son. When you doing another photo walk. Well, I will tell you this. Woo, photo walks, man. So you guys know that I tried to tour the East Coast this year as much as I could because we had COVID and stuff going on. So we went down to Atlanta, went down to North Carolina. We did a few things on the East Coast. Next year, I'm hitting the West Coast. I'm already talking about it. I'm going to put out some dates later on, probably like later on next year. And we're hitting the West Coast next year. I've never really been to the West Coast besides Seattle, but I just went up there for the first time. That was my first time actually on the West Coast. But there's a few places that I'm eyeing that I definitely want to go to. I want to go to LA or San Diego, whichever one everybody keeps telling me to go to. I want to go to Vegas, definitely do a photo walk out in Vegas. I want to go to Texas, Houston, or whoever's down there, Texas, Dallas, whatever. So 1, 2, 3, and there was another one. Let me see. Cali, Houston, Texas, Vegas. There was another one somewhere in there. It might have been Seattle. I don't know. Somewhere in there. I might go back to Seattle. So, but yeah, man, I'm trying to hit the West Coast next year. So, hopefully I can, and hopefully we'll get down there and do it. I might even just come out to San Diego, go to LA, and then go to another place in Cali for like a week. So, I might just do 2 out there. So, but yeah, man, we'll see. I put those dates out, man. Cali is definitely going to be the first place that I hit. So I will let you guys know Cali is definitely first on the list because there's 2 areas in Cali that I want to go. I want to go to LA. Definitely want to go to LA. And then there's another place that I want to go. So I don't know if I'm going to San Diego or whoever. I got to talk to my other photographers out there, content creators. Plus Jason Lanier's out there, and I've been wanting to do something with him for a while too. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Yep. What else you got? Thanks for wearing that Seattle hoodie. Yeah, I got my Seattle hoodie. Do you like the Sony A7 IV camera? I have one. I have one and never used it, but trying to learn what lenses that what lens that less costly you would recommend for starters, but results beautiful professional pictures. So you said, do you like the Sony A7? That's 4, man. That's not 3. That says Sony A7 IV. It's not even out yet. So I have one and never used it before. You gotta kind of clear that up for me, man, because I don't want to be guessing. I want to answer your question, but you gotta clear that up, bro. All right, let's see. What's the best beginner off-camera flash, studio flash? Well, that's two different questions, man, because the best off-camera flash and the best versatile flash to this day is still the, Evolve 200 or 8200. Just because you have the ability to use it. And then also with the 80B2 adapter, you can use two of them for 400 watts if you need more power. So the 8200 is still the best off-camera flash in the game. Best versatile flash. I don't really use the 8200 anymore. I use the 300. I've used the 300 on all my shoes that I've been on so far. I love the Evolve 300 or 8300 or whatever you want to call it, Godox 300 Pro, whatever. I love the 300. That's the one I really only use. But I will use that if I need to. I'll go ahead and use the 200. But yeah, I really my 400, my 600. I really don't even take those out anymore. I really don't even take those out anymore. And the fact that I can use the same battery with the 300 that I can use in the 200, it made it even better, man. So I love the 300, man. So that's what I've been using. Let me see here. How are you calibrating your color output? Do you use a color checker passport? Oh, nice. What is that thing I use? It's like the little spider thing. I put it on my monitor. I only do it probably once a month just to make sure it's calibrated. But I do use the little spider calibrator thingy majigger. I forgot the name of it. But for the most part, no. I have a photographer's monitor. And I will give you guys this little tidbit also because I be throwing you guys eggs like crazy. I use a photographer's monitor. Did you know that BenQ makes a monitor specifically for photographers? It's crazy. I think it costs like $500 something. If you think that I'm lying, go look it up. It's called the BenQ. I think it's called the 2700 PT. Think it is. Don't quote me on that. But if you look up BenQ photographer's monitor, you'll find it. It's a 27-inch monitor. It's 99% Adobe RGB. 99% Adobe RGB, which means the colors on that monitor when I edit are going to be basically the same as if I put it on YouTube, if I put it on my phone. What comes off of that monitor is exactly how I see it. That's the monitor that I use. I went through a lot of monitors, trying to get the color correction, trying to calibrate and all that. But a lot of those monitors are not 99% Adobe RGB. BenQ, and I wish I actually could show you guys. It's over there. But BenQ makes it's called a photographer's monitor, and it's an investment. I was like, I got tired a long time ago. I would edit pictures, then I would put them on my phone, and it was just not the same as what I edit. I'm like, this color is just off. It's not the same. And then I had to add saturation and contrast and all that stuff. I'm just I just want my pictures to look the same as when I edit them. So I did a research. So what do? We go do research, find out what it is. And I found that BenQ makes something called a photographer's monitor. I forgot the price of it, but I know I paid $500 something for it. But it is not. It even comes with a sunshade. So if you have it in your house, it even comes with a sunshade for the monitor. Freaking dope. If you think I'm lying, go look it up. I got mine on Amazon. I think it was $500 something. If you're interested in that monitor, now listen. If you're interested in that monitor, hit me up so I can send you the link so I can get a little something for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing you all these dimes. You know what I'm saying? Throw y'all all this stuff on here. You got hook a brother up. Let me at least send you the affiliation link. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yes. It's called the photographer's monitor, and that's the one that I use. That's why my pictures look the way they do, because my monitor is 99% Adobe RGB, which means my colors are very color accurate, and it's the same as when I edit them and when it goes to my phone. And sometimes I even take my phone, and once I actually send the picture, like Dropbox, I send it to my phone, and then I put it up against my monitor, and I'll be like, yep, they matching up, same as before. Yep, colors is matching up. We good to go. We good to go, buddy. So, yo, I'm not gonna be throwing y'all all these dimes, man, and y'all not hooking your brother up. Yo, share this post, like, subscribe, something. I'm just playing. Let's go. Let's keep going. All right. Hey, we got a few more minutes, man. I'm gonna wrap this up. All right, let's see here. Okay. What is your weakest photography skill? Landscape, astro, and do you try to get better at them? Big fan of your work. Portrait. Warren, I appreciate it, my brother. What is your weakest photography skill? Well, I mean, you can I landscape, astrophotography, that's not really, I really wouldn't call that a skill. I mean, that is more like a niche. Like, that's not my niche. I don't know. That's a good question. My weakest photography link, I'm not saying that I know everything, I think it has to be editing. I want to get better at editing. I want to get better at dodge and burn. I want to get better at, my frequency separation, my layers and stuff like that. But mine is probably editing. I'm really good at editing, but I can always get better at editing. So, yeah, I would say that. Let me see here. What do you prefer more, compression or smoother bokeh? I like compression. Sorry. My smooth bokeh is cool. I don't mind it, getting everything nice and, smooth and rounded and everything. But I love the compression of lens. I like the compression. Hands down. NC stand up. Hit me up when you're in San Diego. We'll do. You'll see. Just check my stories, man. Yeah, check my stories. Check me out. I mean, come to the Bahamas and bring Asia B. Asia B is my girl, man. I still keep in touch with her. She just had a son not too long ago. She had a son. Actually, I think he's like 2 now, 2 or 3. But yeah, Asia is my girl. We keep in touch. I have her on Facebook, so I'm gonna let her know. I will definitely tell her. She's awesome. LA, good evening. What up? Santa Monica or downtown? So many opportunities. Okay. Thank you. Hey, Brenda, what printing services would you recommend for those on a budget looking for quality? It's all about quality. If you're looking to get as you can see, dang it, you guys can't see nothing. I got a lot of my photos on the wall, but I print my own work. But if I really want to send my stuff to a professional printing company, I will either go with like Adorama Pix. Adorama Pix is a great company. I will go with Sal. Sal is amazing. Sal is called Sal Digital. Sal is amazing. CGI. CGI is a top of the line printing company. So kind of look into those 3. They really got really good prices, really good deals. So Sal Digital, amazing company. Adorama Pix, you can always get away with them. And, CGI. CGI is really, really dope. CGI printing, whatever. Don't go with Walmart. Don't go with Walgreens. Don't go with Costco. Don't go with CVS. If you're going to print your work, send it to a professional printing company so you can get it professionally printed and get it back to you. For real. Stop using those other places, dude. Let me see here. What else you got? Yes. That's it. The model SW2700 PT. I told you. See, he looked it up. I told you. That's what I got. That's what I use. Thanks for going live. Hey, good advice. Ben Q. Yep. That's it. I have the Sony A. Oh, there you are again. I got the Sony A7 III and looking to get into taking professional pictures. What lenses would you recommend for beginners to use that's less costly but give you professional pictures? Well, the first thing I would ask you is what type of pictures are you taking? Are you taking models? Are you doing landscape? Are you doing real estate? Anything. But let's just say for the sake of it that you wanted to get into, like portrait photography. Let's just say portrait photography. If you're you already have a really good camera. You got the A7 III. Really, really good stills camera. Really good for video also. If you are starting out and you want to take professional pictures, Um, I would recommend. I would probably recommend going with. I would. You know, it really just depends because some people I would tell you to go with a zoom lens over a prime lens, but it really just depends on you, your budget, and a lot of different things. There are a lot of less costly lenses out there. Not really zooms, but there are a lot of third-party companies that have a lot of prime lenses for really cheap that are really really good. Like for example, Rokinon or Samyang, they've came out with part two or Mark twos of like their lenses, the 35 millimeter, the 24s, the 85. You know, Samyang makes some amazing glass. So does Viltrox. These are companies that a lot of times when people think about third party companies, who do we think about? We think about Tamron, we think about Sigma. You know, those are really like the two leading third party companies when it comes to third party glass. But other people who are really starting to make waves is Viltrox and Samyang. You can get some really, really good glass, third party glass, for really cheap and still get really amazing quality. So if anything, I will check into you know, if your budget, if you're on the budget, man, check into the Samyang or the Samyang Rokinon, it's the same company, but check out the Samyang, like the 35-1.4, the new autofocus lens that they got. Check out the 85. Also check out Viltrox. Viltrox makes some amazing lenses, man. So I would definitely check out those two before, you know, and if your budget allows, start checking out Tamron, check out Sigma, or start checking out Sony, you know, if you can't do anything. But if you can't really afford like G Master glass, you want to stay away from it because like I said, there are companies out there who will give G Master a run for their money. Like I said, check out Tamron, Samyang, and check out Viltrox. They make some good glass. See here, what else you got? Upload the link. Drop that link, bro. Oh, see you. Okay, yeah, I gotta look it up. Oh, that's right. I can do it while I'm over here. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me do it. Let me see if I can do it on here. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go over here. Let me see. Yep. Let me see. BenQ 2700. Photographer's monitor. Yeah, man. If y'all if you're interested in that monitor, if you're interested in a good monitor, the photographer's monitor, I've been using this monitor now for probably about 4 or 5 years. And it is a beast. Photography monitor. Yep, there it is. Yes, that is my dog right there. Yeah, I've been using this lens for quite some time. IPS photo editing. Let me get this link for you guys. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I got the right one now because they got newer ones on here, but Jesus. Let's see here. I know everybody went to go look up this monitor, man. I told you, man, this monitor is a monster. 99% Adobe RGB photo view. This is a different. So they got a newer one. Oh, they got an updated one now. This is actually more than the one that I have. Jeez. Okay. I think this is it? 2700. I'm on here. I'm trying to find the one that I actually got right now. Hold on. BenQ SW 2700 PT. Yeah, I think the one that they had on here, I think they don't have the one that I have. They've updated it. Yeah, it's been an update. Unless this is actually, this is this is that one I got. But I'll go ahead and drop this link in. I'll drop this link in here for you guys. But yeah, it has the sunshade and everything on it. Let me drop this link for you guys. Hold on one second. Give me 2 seconds. Let's see here. Where you at? Oh shoot. Hold on. I gotta sign in. There we go. Bam. All right. There we go. So text image, copy link. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. I'm coming back over here. There we go. All right. There. Bam. There you go. All right. So there's the link. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's the link to that monitor, man. But yeah, I think they updated a little bit, but that's the one, man. I've used that monitor for a while, so trust me, it's the best. What is the average distance from your subject on the 85 millimeter and the distance? It really honestly just depends on the composition that you're trying to get. Sometimes I can be way far away shooting up at angles and stuff trying to get some good shots. If I'm trying to get a 3/4 body shot or a head shot or whatever, it really just depends on the composition. It depends on what the shot is about. It depends on what the photo shoot is about. It depends on what she's wearing. If I need to get more in the picture, if I need to get less in the picture. That's a loaded question, man. Nobody should be able to really give you an answer to that question because it's all about personal preference of the photographer. It's all about your shoot and what you're trying to accomplish. So, yeah, can't really do that. So I don't really have an average distance. It's all about what I see and what I'm trying to create, honestly. So, yeah. Let's see here. Let me know when you come to LA. Yep. I done missed a whole bunch of gems. Yeah, dog, you got to play this back. I'm gonna put it up on YouTube, so it's all good. If you got Samurai, yep. Let me see problems. Where do you get the music from for your video? Epidemic. Is it called Epidemic Sound? Yeah, Epidemic Sound. Oh my God, I can't type. Y'all know what I mean. The new Samyang 1.4. Yeah, the Mark II. The Mark II is a beast. Absolutely. I haven't used it. Maybe they'll send me one. Samyang, if you're watching this, send me that. Let me put you against the Sigma and the Sony. You know what I'm saying? Let me get you in the game, Samyang. So if you're watching this video, hit your boy up. I do you right. I do you right. Let me see. Who can you do a video on color grading? I can, but I'm not really a color grader. So color grading is just not my thing. I mean, I do it, for my pictures, but it's just not my thing. I'm not gonna try to teach somebody how to color grade. I'm not gonna try to do that. If I had a personal class with somebody, whatever, I would show you some of the tricks and stuff that I use. But I don't market myself as, editor, color grader, and all that stuff. I am a photographer. I am a beast at what I do. So, and I learn other avenues of photography in order to, get the job and get the shot. So yeah. Got it. Good deal. Thinking of a softbox for Christmas. Firstly, are softboxes necessary? Looking at the Magmod 24-inch Pro or the Mini Ortez Westcott Beauty Dish, or is the Easy Glow just as good for a lower price? All right. Well, good questions. Well, the first thing is, it depends. Let's do this in order. First of all, it depends on what you shoot. It depends on who you shoot, what you shoot, because every job has a different tool. All right. The Magma system, I normally only use that when I do weddings. All right, because it's a magnet system. It's a magnet system. Follow me, because I'm about to throw some gems at you. All right. I only use the Do I have a Magma system? I do have one, but I never use it. I do use it, but I only use it for weddings and for events. Because I can throw the magnet system on my 200. I can set it up real quick and go ahead and get some shots of like the groom, bride, doing some stuff, blah, 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 blah. That's the only time I really use my Magma system. 2, are softboxes necessary? You got to be out your mind if you don't think they are. They are very, very necessary, because without a modifier, without a softbox, you really have no way to soften the light. And I don't think you're that type of photographer who is going to sit outside and throw a hard light at somebody all day. It's going to be more editing. You're going to have a lot of harsh light. And if you don't know how to control that light, then you are going to throw away a whole lot of pictures. So absolutely, yes, modifiers are absolutely necessary. You better get them. Second, third, or whatever. Or the Manny Ortiz Westcott. I've never used it. I'm not gonna comment on it. I know it's like up in price. I'm not going that. That's not me. Or is the Easy Go? Well, almost every modifier that I have is Easy Glow, a softbox. Almost every one, because I love them. They are collapsible. I love the double diffusion. I've used them for probably like 6 or 7 years. I've never really had a problem out of any of them, besides them, like the panels getting dirty. And they've always provided me with soft light. and I've always been able to soften up my light with them. You can really use any modifier. People get, material and all that stuff. Look, I ain't going through all that. I can actually go to Amazon and get any modifier and use it because I'm going to post process my images anyway. I'm just using a modifier just to cut the light just a little bit and soften it up so it just won't be as bright or harsh when it hits my model skin. Other than that, whatever. Don't matter. So I would definitely get modifiers. Absolutely. The height, now how big you want them also depends on who you shoot, what you shoot, whatever. For somebody starting off, I would always tell you to get a 36-inch softbox. Anybody who's ever asked me what softbox do I get a 36, because a 36-inch it has that balance. It's a balance between a big softbox with a nice light spread and a smaller softbox where it's not too big, where you can still fit it. It's still compact. It still gives you what you need. So a 36-inch is like that middle of the road. 34, 36 is like that middle of the road that you definitely should get. So everybody should have a 36. All right, what else? Love your work. Yeah, I dislike when you have to. Yeah, man, I do too. Hopefully I'm down how to go. I don't have to go no more. Aha. All right. The monitor, that monitor may be Christmas present to myself. If you looking at, making sure that your pictures look like they're supposed to, absolutely. You ain't got to calibrate that. Now, if you want to do double calibration, you can get the little spider thing and you can put it on there and do it, and you can get double calibration out of it to make sure, like to get 100%, but it already comes 99% RGB. So that's what I do. So that's how my stuff is always accurate, because I use that. Plus I use the calibration on top of that. 100%, dog. Let me see here, man. You better get that Easy Glow. What are you doing? Those ones are overpriced. Yep. Are you a photographer in the Navy? No. Hell no. No. Are you going to do any outdoor shooting in the winter? Listen, I'm in Virginia Beach. It don't snow here, really. I mean, it snowed here like once back in like 2007, where it was like really, really harsh. I mean, really crazy. Got crazy snow. I'm going to be excited if I can get a snow day and go out there and shoot in the snow. Like, I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Indiana. It snows pretty much there all the time. But I would like for it to snow here, but these people in Virginia would probably go crazy if they saw snow on the ground. So it is what it is. Hopefully, but if I get some, oh yeah, I'm gonna be out there. But I'm gonna be out there shooting. Let me see. How long did it take you to learn to correct flash power settings outside? It took a while. It took a long time. That's not something that you ever actually stop learning or stop doing. You're always constantly. I've gotten better at knowing my exposure, about where my settings need to be at, depending on the aperture, the shutter speed, and the ISO that I'm shooting at, to dial in the flash power that I need it to be at. Again, that also depends on what time of day you're shooting. If it's going to be daytime, is it going to be nighttime? A lot of those different things. So I've gotten a whole lot better. Like, I can eyeball it and be like, okay, yeah, I probably need about 132 power, or I need about an eighth power for this shot. So I can basically eyeball it and see now, and then adjust on the flyers and go from there. But it took a while. It takes a while to actually hone in that type of sensory when it comes to shooting off camera flash. That takes a minute. So, and that comes with doing it a lot. That comes with repetition. That comes with constantly shooting, constantly learning. And on top of that, it comes with knowing your gear and knowing flash, knowing how flash behaves. It comes with knowing modifiers. It comes with knowing, if I put a 36-inch on a 200 or a 300 or a 400 or a 600, that it comes with knowing like how much flash power you need, depending on what softbox you're using, or depending on what type of flash you're using. All of those things play a factor in knowing how much light you need for a shot. So that's what I said. You have to be in this game for a while to understand those type of parameters. I shoot with a lot of flashes. I got a lot of modifiers. My setup is not always the same. I go from beauty dishes to a silver softbox, to a white one, to a 48, to a 42, down to a 24, on a 200 or 300. All of these different parameters play a part in how much flash power you need for a shot. So again, a lot of people don't think about those little details when they ask that, but all of those things play a factor. It's not just an open question. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. So you have to be in the game. You have to be using these things for a while to make that type of determination. Yeah. Practice, practice, practice. Sony, let me see. Sorry, I just joined. Don't know if I asked you this already, but what are your thoughts on the A7 IV? Man, let me tell you. I can't. This right here, this. Let me see if I can get it in focus. Probably not. Whatever. Oh, cause you can't see me. See me? It ain't gonna focus anyway. This is a Sony A1. This is the A1. Cost me $6,000 something. When I'm more excited. I don't know why. Don't ask me offline. I don't know why. I can't tell you. I am more excited about the A7 IV than I am about when I got the A1. I don't know, man. I am super stoked about the A7 IV, man, because the A7 IV is like the best traveling camera that, I mean, it's the A7 III was the best when it came out. Everybody wanted it, the price, everything. Now we get a cropped 4K 60, 33 megapixel sensor. I mean, the thing is just as good. It's just as good or better in low light than the A7S III is, which I'm filming this on right now. So I am super excited about the A7 IV, man. I can't wait to take it out there and shoot with it to show you guys what it can do. I'm not a reviewer, so I'm not going to be sitting here showing you the menu system, showing you where the buttons is at. I ain't got time for all that. Let somebody else who ain't doing nothing do that. I am going to take this thing outside and put some lenses on it, and we're going to actually see what this bad boy can do. Let the reviewers talk about it. Let the big boys actually go test it out. That's what we going to do. We going to put some flash with this thing. We going to test the hot shoe. We going to test how fast it reads the flash, whatever those things called, the flash triggers. We going to put some lenses on it. We going to see how this thing actually operate. We going to see what the color correction looks like. We going to see what the color science looks like in it. We going to use black models. We going to use white models. We going to use Chinese and Mexican models. We going to check out some skin tones. I mean, when I talk about a review, that's the type of review that I'm talking about. Do y'all understand that I really don't like reviewers? I don't, because they just talking, man. You want to impress me? Go outside and take this thing outside and actually do a shoot with it, and let me see what you can actually do with it. Let me see you work. I don't want anybody can read the back of a Cracker Jack box. I'm just playing, man. Don't y'all leave here and be like, yo, you a reviewer, yo. Brandon Cole definitely don't like you because you don't do nothing but talk. Don't want none of y'all going out there. I want people outside my house with picket signs like, Brandon don't respect the reviewers. Brandon don't respect the reviewers. Boycott Brandon Cole channel. We don't want none of that. We don't want no Me Too stuff. We don't want none of that. All right. I'm just saying. When we get the A7 IV, we're actually going to review it. All right. That's the only thing that's the only thing I'm saying. But I am super stoked about the A7 IV, man. I really, really am. So I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to have it. It's going to be like my 8th Sony camera that I have. And it's going to be great because I'm going to be able to use it in conjunction with my A7S III that I mainly shoot 4K 60 with, S-Log 3. And I can use that as a really great B camera to really get that 4K 60. Now, a lot of people talk about the 4K 60 and how it's cropped. It has a 1.5 crop. Just use a wider lens. Get like the 20 millimeter or get like the get like a 17 to 28 Tamron. Get something where you can use a wider lens, so when you do get that 1.5 crack, you will still stay at like 35, 30 millimeters, if that's the big deal. Like, who cares? I don't care that it has a 1.5 crop. I really don't, because I have a lot of wide angle lenses that I can put on it, and still get a really nice, get something that's really wide without having to, do that. I won't use it as like a vlogging setup. Because in order to do that, I would have to put like my 12 to 24 millimeter 2.8 G Master on, and that would just make for a really heavy, vlogging system. And then we don't need to do that. So, but I'm super excited about it, man. I am stoked, and I can't wait to get it. I was like the first pre-order with Adorama, and I can't wait to get my A7 IV, man. I really can't. So we gonna see. Oh my god, y'all killing me. All right, I'm gonna go through these really quick, man. I gotta wrap this up. All right, let me see here. Let me see how long it take you to learn. Okay, I got that. I always say 24 inches with the wind. Yep. Where do you print yours? Books. Adorama Picks. Thanks a million. God, get to you. I appreciate it. Blessings, my love. Appreciate it. When you coming to Chicago, I'm from Indiana. I'm always near Chicago. Actually, I'll be in Indiana this week. This weekend, I'm going home to Indianapolis. I'm gonna be right next to Chicago. So if you guys are in Chicago or the area or in the Midwest, I'm gonna be home for about 5 days. So if you guys want to come down to Indiana or Indianapolis this weekend, I'm gonna be home. Just throwing that egg out there. Hit me up. Let me see here. Sorry, I just joined. A74. Practice. Which big events, wedding, funnel, do you deliver everything? Taking weddings typically. I have to ask them that on the next one. To be a bit much. What are the other style of photography do you shoot? I do shoot weddings. I do fraternity. I do maternity. I do newborn. I do a lot of things. You guys just don't see a lot of stuff because I don't market myself that way. But if somebody asks me to come shoot, oh, trust me, they're going to get the most amazing pictures. I do a lot of other stuff that you guys just don't see. That's all. Last couple weddings typically go through blah blah blah. Definitely need one of the photo walks in LA. I'm definitely. It seems like a lot of people are in LA, so I can't really wait to come. LA is probably gonna be my first stop in 2022. So just letting y'all know that. So y'all LA people, get ready because I'm coming. How much do you charge for a shoot? I really can't tell you that because it's my business, not yours. Sorry. I've never heard you talking about Nikon. Yeah, you will never hear me talk about Nikon. Everybody knows who knows me and who follows me. I don't really like Nikon at all. I don't like the menu system. They are way behind Sony and Canon when it comes to focusing. I don't like the Nikon Z6, D7. I don't like the D4. I don't like any of their cameras. I really don't. I've used almost every camera under the sun. I've used almost all of Canon cameras, Sony. I've used Panasonic. I've used the Fuji X-T3. I use the X-T4. I use the X30. X30. I use a lot of different cameras. I have not used, I play with them. But I won't use the Nikons. I just don't like the setup. I don't like the menu system. I don't like the focusing at all. I really don't like the focusing. Hopefully what Nikon needs to do is take that focusing system that they keep advertising in the Z9, and they need to take that focusing system and put it into their other cameras, because I don't know why they've decided to step up their game in the Z9 when the rest of their cameras really suffer and are really behind the power curve when it comes to Sony and Canon. So yeah, I don't really do. No, you won't never hear me talk about Nikon. Sorry. Let's see here. But that Z9 is a beast. That's the first camera. That's the only camera I would actually even get if I was ever with Nikon. All right, let's see. Thanks for comments. How much do you charge? Blah blah. Nikon. He's a Sony shooter. Yeah, I use a lot of cameras, man. I use a lot of cameras, dude, but no Nikon. Sorry. Why do you need so many cameras? All my cameras have a purpose. I will probably cover that in the next video. Everybody always asks me why I have so many Sony cameras. So right now, currently, I will tell you, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 Sony cameras. I have 6. So I have 6 Sony cameras so far. So I have the A1. I have the A7S3, which is the one that's recording this right now. That's 2, A7S3. I have the A7R4. I have the A7 III. So those are my 4 full frame cameras. The A1, A7R4, A7 III, A7S3. And then I also have 2 crop sensor cameras. I have the 6300 and then I have the A6000. All right. So I have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A7S3 made 6. And then I also have the A7 IV that's already pre-ordered. That'll make 7. So I have 7 cameras. So all of my, I'm gonna leave this with you guys. Everybody wants to know why I have so many cameras. I got a lot of lenses too. But I'm gonna leave you with this. This is why I have these cameras. All of these cameras serve a purpose, and I'm gonna go through it with you. So I'm gonna start with the big boy. Why did I get the A1? The A1, first of all, I'm starting to get a lot of contracts and I'm starting to shoot for a lot of really big people. If you guys know, I will be posting the whole trip when I just went to NASCAR. NASCAR invited me to come do the NASCAR race. Anybody that follows me knows I was really excited to be asked by NASCAR to go down there and shoot the race. So with getting those and actually doing more weddings and things, can I get away with 10 megapixels? And most of my cameras, all these cameras only shoot 10, 11 frames a second. I said 10 megapixels, 10, 11 frames a second. The A1 shoots 30 frames a second. Will I ever need 30 frames a second? I see a lot of people ask that question. When would you ever need 30 frames a second? Well, it depends on where you're taking your photography. I'm starting to be recognized by a lot of other companies. So having those 30 frames a second, having that electronic shutter and that mechanical shutter, will allow me to really capture a lot of different images. I mean, maybe I might shoot, the NFL, or maybe I might do a lot of other different things, but it's future proof. Having it is what I needed, or why I need it. And it's just not about the 30 frames a second. The everything else in this camera, the 50 megapixels, the 8K, in the future, here soon, we're going to be going to 6K and 8K and everything. Everybody, why would you need 8K, blah, 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 blah. Look, it's not about needing it. It's just about having it and being able to capture a lot of those different things. And for on-location photography, the way that they did the setting in this for when you shoot on location, and a lot of times when you go on location, you have to turn off your trigger, turn it back on and everything. Now I'm able to see my ambient and my exposure. There's a lot of things that they did in this camera that I really would love to cover with you, but I'm not a reviewer. I might show you when I'm on location. But this camera is absolutely incredible. And the color science in the A1 is the best so far out of any of the Sony cameras. The color science in this and the A7S III, from what I've seen so far using all these cameras, I even did a photo shoot with the A7S III. The color science in these two are probably the best any Sony camera until we get the A7 IV. So that's why I got the A1. The A7R4 is my go-to portrait lens. Now, this, again, the A1 is going to be like my main wedding camera. This is going to, shooting 30 frames a second, being able to capture all these moments and not miss a moment. I mean, I can shoot and not miss anything. The A7R4 is like my portrait camera. This is the camera that I use to really blow up my images. I shoot for a lot of clients. A lot of people like their stuff blown up. I would use this 61 megapixels and I would shoot it uncompressed to get all of that detail. This is like my backup portrait camera. So if I'm using this at the wedding, I'm normally probably going to use this as a backup because I want the resolution. This is my resolution beast until we get the A7R5. So that's the reason that these two play. The A7 III, for right now, this is like my travel camera. So if I'm going out to sea, if I'm going in another city or something, if I'm just traveling, I'm taking this with me. I'm not taking my A7R4. I'm not taking my A1 or anything. I'm not taking my A7S III. I'm taking my A7 III, which is what my A7 IV, when I get it, is going to replace this for travel. So I will be able to travel with my A7 IV, and I will be able to travel with my A7 III. So those two are going to be my main travel cameras, plus the A7 IV will be my backup when I shoot 4K 60. So it's going to be my video camera when I travel. This will be my portrait camera. I'll record video on the A7 IV because I can shoot 4K 60. So it will double as my B camera. It will double as my video camera when I travel. And this will probably still be like my portrait camera. But the A7 IV and the A7 III are going to be my traveler things. The A6300 shoots 4K 30. This camera I really use for like a C camera, or if I want to do a review just to show you guys that you can get amazing quality and things out of something just so small and compact. And it's still on par with like big cameras. I use this for just to show people that you can still get amazing image quality in a lot of things. Also, since it shoots 4K 30, and it really has decent 1080, I also use this as like a top down. I use this as a top down camera also. So when I do reviews or whatever, and I'm trying to show you guys or open boxes and stuff, this will also act as a top down camera also. The A6300, along with the A6000. This will also act as another, like, these are like my product cameras. So instead of getting like the Z1, the ZE10 and stuff like that, I would rather get the 24 megapixel cameras that I already have. And I will use these are my product cameras. So when you see, like, you know, this view is over here, this view is over here, these are these purposes. And I can actually just set these up and leave them up and never have to touch them again. So they can just stay in places. And then I can use these cameras for my other stuff and what I need them to. So I told you, everything that I have has a purpose. I already know what those purposes are. Whether you agree with it or not, I could really care less. But I'm the one that has to use them. And everything that I get, everything that I buy has a purpose, especially when it comes to camera bodies. So that's why I have these cameras. And that's why I'm getting the A7 IV, because I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of traveling. Like when I come to LA, when I come to the West Coast or whatever, I'm not bringing the A1. I'm not bringing the A7R4. I'm taking my A7 III and I'm taking my A7 IV, because those are my travel cameras. Now you understand. When I do photo walks, I'm taking the A7 III and I'm taking the A7 IV, because those are my travel cameras. Those are my photo walk cameras. Yeah, those are my photo walk cameras. All right, so there you go. So now you guys know why I have these cameras. All right, so hopefully you guys understand it. If you're confused about it, come back and watch this video at a later date. All right, anyway. All right, he said, why you use big cameras? All right, so let's see here. Go. You can shoot film. I do shoot film when I want to. It's just time consuming. I love you. Take my pictures. No A7R3. No, I never got the A7R3. I had the A7R2. I really did not care for the A7R3 at all. I had two of the A7R2s. I definitely did not upgrade to the A7R3 because it was not worth it at all. If you have the A7R2, there is no reason to upgrade to the A7R3. Absolutely not. Honestly, Sony needs to drop lenses for APS-C. Sony has a lot of lenses for APS-C. They got the 17 to 55. They got a few APS-C lenses, but Sigma makes a lot of APS-C lenses. Like the Sigma makes the best APS-C lenses. Actually, the lens that I have, the lens that I'm recording this on right now is an APS-C lens. That is that's the Sigma 30 millimeter 1.4, which is one of the sharpest Sigma lenses for APS-C. So I wouldn't even really care about getting APS-C lenses from Sony, because there's so many third-party manufacturers that make really amazing third-party APS-C lenses. So, and again, but also, check it out. If you was to ask me what APS-C lenses to get, I would not answer you, because I don't recommend you get APS-C lenses. If you're going to buy lenses, I will always recommend people get full-frame lenses, because eventually you're going to go to full frame and you're going to have a bunch of APS-C lenses. I would not recommend anybody buy APS-C lenses. That's just me. If you're going to get lenses, I'm going to tell you to get full frame lenses because you can use full frame lenses on a APS-C body, but it's really hard to use APS-C lenses on a full frame body because you got that crop. So if you use full frame lens, see these are just more eggs. Why am I doing this to myself? I need to go. Y'all killing me. Get full frame lenses. Don't go buy crop lenses, man. Jesus. All right. Yeah, take it good. What is a photo wall? I'm sorry, you have to look it up. I don't have that. All right. Anyway, I think I got through everything, man. If I didn't, send me a message. But that's my time on here, man. I thank you guys for coming on, checking out the new setup, man. Hopefully everything worked out. I really appreciate you guys' time, your effort, your energy. I appreciate the conversation. Hopefully I answered some of you guys' questions. But now that I have everything set up, we will be doing some more of these. And I just love it. I love talking to you guys because I just like educating. I like answering your questions or any questions that you guys may have. So until next time, still remember to comment on this video, man. Make sure y'all like it and subscribe. Go out and share it and do what you need to do. But all in all, make sure you guys are safe out there. If the weather is starting to get cold, make sure you guys are bundled up. Make sure you take care of your family. But yeah, we're going to be doing a whole lot more of this. And I'm so excited. I can't wait because I finally got this stuff set up and I think it looks great. So I really appreciate all the feedback that you guys gave me. I'm taking it all on board. I'm going to go back and through the comments and read, see what I need to do, see what I can make better. Yeah, and that's about it. So love all y'all. And until next time, y'all, I'm going to see y'all in the next video. All right, y'all take care. I'll holler at your boy. Peace out.